class 9. In the previous video, I have started chapter 5 in which I have explained you how to solve the simultaneous equation by using elimination method and substitution method. Now the third method of solving the simultaneous equation is cross multiplication method, which I am explaining it today. Now in this cross multiplication method, let the system of simultaneous linear equations be a1x plus b1y plus c1 equals to 0 and a2x plus b2y plus c2 equals to 0. Now first of all, to solve these equations, we will pair the coefficients like in this way: b1 upon b2, b1 b2, and then c1 c2, then a1 a2, and again b1 b2, right? Now after this we will put the arrows like this. These arrows shows that you have to multiply these terms like this. Down arrow shows the positive multiplication and up arrow shows the minus multiplication. See how to solve. First of all, you will write down x over here upon b1 into b2 with positive sign. b1 c2. We'll put minus sign over here, as I told you that up arrow shows negative multiplication or negative product. b2 and c1. b2 c1. This will be equal to y upon c1 a2, c1 a2 with positive sign minus c2 a1, c2 a1 with negative sign equals to 1 upon a1 b2 with positive sign minus a2 b1 with negative sign. Right, children? Now to find out the value of x, we'll cross multiply this with this 1. So x will be equal to b1 c2 minus b2 c1 upon a1 b2 minus a2 b1. Similarly, to get the value of y, we will multiply this by 1. So this will become c1 a2 minus c2 a1 upon a1 b2 minus a2 b1. So if the two simultaneous linear equations are given in this form, then you will write the coefficient of the numerical values like this, and then using these two formula you will solve the questions. Now I am taking first part of question number 1 of exercise 5.3. The simultaneous equations are given in this form: 3x plus 2y equals to 4 and 8x plus 5y equals to 9. First of all, we'll bring this 4 and 9 to left hand side. That is 3x plus 2y minus 4 equals to 0 and 8x plus 5y minus 9 equals to 0. As I told you earlier that if the equation is in this form, a1x plus b1y plus c1 equals to 0 and a2x plus b2y plus c2 equals to 0, then we have to write down the coefficient of xy, numerical value, this in this form first, and then we will multiply the term like this. Okay, so in this question also we will write down the coefficient, numerical coefficient of xy. Over here, like b1 b2 is written first, so we will the coefficient of y is b1 and b2, and here the coefficient of y is 2 and 5. So we'll write down 2 and 5 first, and then this one minus 4 and 9 minus 9, and then the coefficient of a, that is 3 and 8, and then we'll repeat the coefficient of y, that is 2 and 5. Now put the arrow like this, and then x upon, as the formula says, b1 into c2. b1 means 2 into minus 9, and plus minus is minus, and 2 9s are 18. And according to this minus, because this up arrow shows negative multiplication, so minus sign will come over here. 5 4s are 20 with minus sign, and this minus will become plus over here, and 5 4s are 20 equals to y upon minus 4 into 8 minus 32 minus 9 into 3 is minus 27, and that minus 27, and this minus will become plus 27 equals to 1 upon 3 5s are 15 minus 2 8s are 16. If we solve it, we get x upon 20 minus 18 is 2 equals to y upon minus 32 plus 27. Minus plus is minus. So 32 minus 27 is 5 with negative sign. We always take the sign of the greater number. So 32 is greater than 27. So we'll take the sign of 32. That is minus 5. Equals to 1 upon plus minus is minus. 16 minus 15 is 1. 16 is greater than 15 and the sign of 16 is minus. So we'll take minus sign over here. Value of x, will multiply this 2 over here, equals to 2 upon minus 1, or we can write minus 2, and y equals to minus 5 upon minus 1, which will become 5. So the x value of x is minus 2 and the value of y is 5. Understood, children? Now I think you have understood how to use this cross multiplication method to solve the simultaneous linear equations. Exercise 5.3, only few questions are there. So I am explaining one more chapter, that is Pythagoras theorem, chapter number 12. And you already have done in 8th class the questions related to Pythagoras theorem. So once again I am reminding you that what is Pythagoras theorem. In a right triangle, the square of the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the squares of other two sides. Right, children? Suppose you have given lengths of the triangles are given below, like determine 3 sides are given. You have to determine which of them are right angle triangle. The first example is 3, 8 and 6. Now when you see the right triangle like this, you will observe that the hypotenuse is the longest side. So the square, so if the length, 3 lengths are given, 3, 8 and 6, then obviously 8 centimeter will be the hypotenuse and 3 and 6 will be the other two sides, that is perpendicular and base. So what we'll do, according to this theorem, h square is equals to p square plus b square. That is, the square of hypotenuse is equals to the sum of squares of other two sides. Now here the longest side is 8 centimeter, so it will be 8 square equals to p square. Any 3 or 6, any you can take perpendicular, and the other will be the base. So we are taking perpendicular as 3, that 3 square plus base is 6, so 6 square. And we know that the square of 8 is 64 equals to 3 square is 9 and 6 square is 36. And if we add these two numbers, we get 45. It means 64 is not equal to 45. Here the square of hypotenuse is not equal to the sum of squares of other two sides. It means right triangle is not possible. This is not the length of right triangle. Now the second example is given 13, 12 and 5. So 13 will be the longest side, which is hypotenuse. So we will put this value in this formula. 8 square 13 square equals to 12 square plus 5 square. Now 13 square is 169, 12 square is 144 and 5 square is 25. And if we add 144 and 25, the total is 169. So here the square of the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the squares of other two sides. It means this is the length of right triangle. I hope you have understood the question, this formula and how to use them. So it will be easy for you to solve the question of this 12th chapter which I am giving you in the homework.